Some people may argue that Donald Lazare's style in reading and writing for civic literacy is long-winded and carries a lot of useless information, and I'd agree with them. But in Chapter 6, From Cocksure Ignorance to Thoughtful Uncertainty, a few valid points are able to stand strong. Most points also provide excellent insight on how to write a better argumentative essay. Lazare uses a proverb to open the chapter that is very effective. Education is the process of moving from cocksure ignorance to thoughtful uncertainty. Everyone, no matter how critically they think, has a viewpoint. Because we are all raised a certain way, our upbringing through social class, gender, culture, etc., give us biases. And while the word bias has a negative connotation, a bias is simply a viewpoint. But in order to be a good critical thinking writer, we must gain the ability to acknowledge our biases to make ourselves more objective. Biases can change as we mature and learn. Lazare uses students as an example to explain this. When we first enter university or college, we see things in black and white. As we begin to learn, we progress to where we start to think, who's to say who is right and who is wrong? Or, we all have our own opinions. Lazare says this is a weakness when writing. We are the essay's writer, we have the right to say, but we must do so in a fair-minded way that presents both sides. Finally, we as students come to the realization that despite uncertainty, we must make decisions such as true or false, right or wrong, based on the evidence provided. We have a hard time recognizing our biases, but an easy time picking out others. Can you think of a bias when it supported you? I bet you can't. When it opposed you? I bet you can. We as writers have to avoid double standards and be skeptics. The key to argumentative writing is to present both sides of an argument, then defend one and refute the other. When reviewing the writing of others, we must make sure that in being fair, we don't give more weight or credit to the evidence than is due. I found this information valuable because biases, since they are viewed in such a negative way, are not something we want to acknowledge we have. Sometimes we don't even know we are being biased. But reading Chapter 6 by Donald Lazare opened my eyes to how destructive viewpoints can be in an essay. Objectivity, open-mindedness, and skepticism are key to being a critical thinker.